Niners. And a bruiser here. Here we go, folks. You know, the crazy thing is, I thought that Detroit had the home field advantage. I don't know. It's really hard to tell right now. I got to get another look at the field. Because we're in snowy conditions. And Detroit plays in a dome. But I don't think Tecmo really acknowledges that fully. Ooh. All right, we got some hot people right now. So in these conditions, you know that we like to probably keep this game on the ground. Then I'm at the line of scrimmage. Petey got room. Gets out of bounds. Nice. They're going to have to rely on every bit of freaking talent they can on this offense to actually put something in. I'd imagine if they can just put 7 points in, their defense can possibly do the rest. Torres. Incomplete pass. Of course it's an incomplete pass. That's all they do is throw incompletions. I think their completion rate is somewhere hovering around like 30-40%. 6-yard loss. They need to get in the field goal range. Well, the question is now is, do you abandon the run or do you throw? Well, you got to look at how you got here and see if it's going to pick it up. Sanders. Sanders! First down! Wow, 17-yard run. You don't want to be denied. You know, that man has fought his way to get here behind an offensive line that probably don't even like him. They probably throw stuff at him in the locker room because they're clearly not blocking for him. Torres finds him nice and open. They're going to get the 9-yard gain. All right, they are in a nice, solid field goal range right now. My question to you is, what do you do now? 2nd and 1. They're going to run. Conservative. Sanders. 12-yard gain. Nice. Well, they are moving up the field. That's what you want to see. But historically, how this season's been for them, they're throwing interceptions when they shouldn't. He might have an open receiver. He does. Can you believe Roger Petey to Torres connects? And the extra point is good. Well, all right. Detroit is up on the board with their first go-round. They ate up a lot of time on the clock, too, which is really good. But I know that this defense is itching to get out on the field. Ooh, McCoy, 23-yard. So you can look at this playbook. Steve Young. Now you got to understand that Detroit did beat them earlier in the season, but uh-oh. Oh, they're going to bust that up quick. And it was a little bit of a stomp, surprisingly. But I kind of believe that's because they really didn't utilize Jerry Rice like they probably will tonight. There goes Jerry. 3rd and 3. Let's see what they decide to go with here. Oh, I thought we had it. Young. He got 2 guys open. Hopefully he threw the one that wasn't. That looked like that me. Yep. 3rd and out. They're going to be punting it here. Very conservative like. I believe they still have the great Bill Walsh as their head coach right now. Probably fuming on the sidelines. Whew. No chance to run that back. If you also notice that in the playoffs too, the music changes. It's a little more dramatic here. You play for keeps here, folks. Here we go. First and 10, Detroit. Sanders. Up top. He's going midfield. Oh, wow. You see, when I start seeing him making his digs and zags and he's hitting midfield, that's when it gets scary. And that is the end of the first quarter. An exciting one at that. Detroit 7, San Francisco 0. We're going to go with Sanders again. And he's going to run. Gets out of bounds. Nice. 18-yard gain for Barry Sanders. Well, the idea is to keep your guys fresh. It's the most important thing. Ooh, we just got out the way of that. Van Camp. First down. What a throw and what a catch. He just got out of the reach of that defender as well. I thought he was going to take that sack. Oh, they're going up with Simmons up the middle. He'll meet him at the line of scrimmage. Well, Detroit is in field goal range. I'm sure they acknowledge that. Petey running. 4-yard gain. That'll put him down at 3rd and 4. Looks like they're putting Sanders back on the field ever so quietly. I'm telling you right now, that guy glows. The defense knows whenever he's on the field. There he is, Sanders. He just needed a breather. Touchdown, Barry Sanders. They're looking good in these playoffs. I guess they just needed to win that last game. And surprisingly, or unfortunately, the Bears, in the sense, didn't make it in. I know they were crying about that, especially after beating the Detroit Lions twice. Well, just imagine this. You beat a team twice in a season and they go on to win the Super Bowl. You know how mad you would be? I'd be fuming. Because, I mean, you literally know, like, we're their kryptonite. Oh, I think they've studied this play. Oh, they did. Met him at the line of scrimmage. Nice. This defense is historically great, folks. They're going to win anything this season. It's going to be because of the legs of Barry Sanders on offense, just because of the up front of this defense. Front four is disgusting with strength. And don't even get me started about Combs. 3rd and 14. Young back. He slips. Oh, Combs got him for a safety. Did you see that slip? Just momentarily, he slipped. And that's what got the safety. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's the momentum change. That's what Detroit needs and wanted. They score down the field this time. I don't know what to say about the 49ers. I don't even think the great hands of Jerry Rice can win this one. Well, he doesn't see anybody open. He's gone for it. Gets out of bounds. I don't know if you noticed, but they're really hitting this quarterback after he goes out of bounds, and I'm not seeing any flags up on the field. It's been like that all season. Sanders. If anybody know how to run in the snow, it's him. First down. Yeah, he got 1,408 yards in the season. It was about 600, 700 under his best average, I guess. And he's running again. Well, he's just not seeing anybody downfield, and I know he does not want to take that chance. And they're letting the time run out a little bit. They're going with Sanders. He'll go out of bounds. Run up there with the fans as well. Next, they're going to go for the field goal. Cox, the kick. Chips it in. 19-0.
Guess where I'm at today? Walking.
All right. Well, McCoy's going to hit the touchback. They got 9 seconds on the clock. That's not enough time to do much. But let's see what they decide to go with. Rice. Oh, we actually named Rice. The first time, actually. Even last game, I thought his steep was Rice. They got to be careful because it looked like he's going to start getting involved. 49ers getting shut out in the playoffs is just something absurd of it to me. Sanders with 9 runs for 85 yards. That's pretty much the talk of this game, at least on offense. All right, let's see if San Francisco 49ers are going to make some adjustments here on offense. They're going to be starting off with the ball. Oh, we didn't get it. Four-yard gain. Look like Detroit really want to get a good look at that defense. Acosta, Thomas, White. Wow, we have a couple of them. Acosta, Thomas, and White are our guys. Thomas. Where's White? There we go. Woo! You see White, boy, you ain't playing. Some guys, they really come in to play. You got to watch them. You got to look to see who is excellent condition. He put the quarterback in a wrestle. What? Steve Young really wrestled over the defender. That's interesting. But they're going to have to punt it now. They're sitting on 4th and 7. Oh, he gets it off. And everyone's running down on that one. 4-yard return. Well, now it's time to see what Detroit is going to do here. As I feel like there is a bit of a title shift here. Their defense might pick it up. Mackey, 9-yard reception. And that defense is hounding on Petey right now. That O-line's just going to have to hold a little bit longer. And they met Sanders at the line of scrimmage, but it looked like he get one. That's going to be a first down. Well, now's where you want to buckle in. This is the tight part of the game. You can't make mistakes. They're pretty much at the horizon. If they can score one more time, they'll all but guarantee a victory. They're coming in. Blitz. Throws it. Gets it. McBride. Oh, he gets a nice 4-yard gain. Long as they're not turning this ball over, they have to understand that's the most important thing right now. And I'd imagine that Sanders probably wanted to be on the field for that one, huh? 2nd and 5. Hand off to Sanders. Oh, pitch off. And he's breaking tackles. Gets about 12 on the play. First down. They are nearly at the 50 now. They are foaming at the mouth to get in the field goal range. Look at the footwork. Got Torres. Incomplete. He's really trying to avoid that sack because he knows it's coming. That defense is putting serious pressure on him. Gives it to Sanders. Look at the run. Nice. And it looked like he got out of bounds. That's 100-yard rushings tonight for Barry Sanders. No surprise there. They're going right back to him. They're breathing down his throat. Look at the run. Look at the run. Oh, my. This man wants it. He wants it, folks. They want this dub. I can tell right now. They're in the shotgun. Torres, touchdown! They're riding the momentum. That's what it is. Torres, 25-0. I don't think San Francisco got it. All that talk this season about them really going to be able to come back and beat Detroit because they knew they're going to have to go through them to win it. Deep kick from Cox to McCoy, and he's going to hit the touchback. Well, 29 seconds left in the third quarter. They better do all their Hail Marys and Jesuses right now if they want to have any chance of scoring before the half. You can see Hefner was chased down by his guard. We got this splits. 5-yard loss. All right, the dominance right now. Remember I said before this game started, this defense was oozing at the mouth to get these guys. Young takes a hard sack, 8-yard loss. Julian Mullen got in on that. Oh, no. That's Steve Young, folks. He is out, and that's your season. That's your guy. It's over. I mean, that's horrible to see. That is absolutely horrible to see. Got number 13, Warren, for quarterback. Going to hand it off to Steep, who's going to run hard. Steep, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. 49ers. They obviously did that for Young right there. Well, I mean, you know, your guy is out, and it looked like he had a really, really bad back injury. The way he got slammed there. I don't even know why a flag wasn't even thrown. 7-26. Well, does that amount to a comeback? That's the question. We're going to expect an onside kick, most obviously. Detroit gets it. And Detroit is definitely going to be hands-on on the ground. The defense knows that. 2-yard loss. They went straight for Sanders. They're not playing now. It's like something put a fire under their ass as soon as Steve Young went down. Sanders again. Jeez, he has to go off script. It's not looking good right now. Coach recognizes that, makes some changes on the sideline, talks to Sanders. Now they're throwing. No one to throw to. Got room to run. He gets the first. I can't believe it. Petey, 13 yards, gets the first down. San Francisco's forced to take their first time out. There it is. Checking the C in motion. They're in zone. Petey breaks a tackle, goes deep to Van Camp. Oh, God. Of course. Petey is not supposed to throw further than 30 yards. All season, he throws interception. And if this is going to amount to a comeback, it's going to start with this rookie quarterback. He slips! Combs was all over that. Exactly what Steve Young did. At least he didn't fall for the safety. That's some slippery surface out there. Their backs are to the wall, San Francisco. And that'll be Combs to get the safety. Well, that'll amount to probably a game right there, folks, with 2 minutes left on the clock. A lot of disappointed fans out here who came out from San Francisco to watch the game. By the way, we'd acknowledge that this game is being played in Detroit. Oh, wow. Open receiver didn't get it. I think they're making some changes themselves. 2nd and 10. Uh-oh. 7-yard loss. Petey gets taken down in the backfield. Well, they're at 3rd and 16 now. I'd imagine they're going to take a run. Why not? Sanders gets 12 on the play. Still not enough for the first down. 4th and 4, but they're going to go for it. They got nothing to lose. This game is clearly in their favor, and they're thinking about their next opponent at this point. Sanders, again, going to take the run. He's going to go out of bounds, though, surprisingly. I kind of think he wanted to avoid the contact. You know, you kind of don't want this guy taking runs this late in the game. The game's already decided. He goes down for an injury. The head coach is fired instantly. They're going to go with Simmons as the running back. He'll get 4 on the play. And the time is winding down. The sideline is on an uproar right now. Detroit, after some year hiatus, are actually going deeper in the playoffs. Can you believe that? Simmons, touchdown. They were able to bully ball him. They've generated a lot of yards on the ground tonight. That's where their success has come from. There's going to be a lot of questions, or at least there were a lot of questions, about how their offense would perform in the playoffs due to how horrible they were in the regular season. And McCoy is going to take it out with a few seconds left on the clock, and that'll be the end of the game, folks. A blowout, 35-7, Detroit. Take a look at these stats here. Sanders, 157 yards on the ground with 17 attempts. Moon with only 1 interception. Roger Petey. Unfortunately, Steve Young went down with a bad back injury. But their season's over with anyway. So let's take a look here. What's really going on? You can see that San Francisco did beat the New Orleans Saints, and I'm sorry, the Chicago Bears did go to the playoffs, and they did beat New York, but they got beat by Dallas, which is interesting because they really wanted to win that, because they know if they did, they might have had Detroit's number. But because of that, you'll be seeing Dallas and Detroit going for it in a BFC championship game. On the other end, on the WC side, we got Buffalo, who has been striking all season, along with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh loses, though, to Kansas. That's a bit of a surprise there. They're going to be going against Buffalo, who just got their win against Houston. Now, I tell you one team that squeaked in was San Diego. Pretty surprised they made it in, but Chicago made their way. They made their run. You know, you got to give respects to Chicago. They was not expected to make it that far, as far as they did. But next game, you'll see Detroit Lions going against the Dallas Cowboys in a championship thriller. Until next time, see ya.